welcome to... I look like I have a pompadour. Let's just go ahead and fix that. Welcome to episode 3 of Make a Beat with Me. This is part of the Studio Myth, franchise. So this week I set myself up with a challenge to make a new lo-fi hip-hop beat every week for my old lo-fi hip-hop SoundCloud. And we're gonna go ahead and give that a good old college try today. Occasionally I'll put out a visualizer or a video on how I actually made the entire track. But I have not done that every week. I want to start getting more into the habit of doing that. It's just a lot of editing and a lot of bullshit. First of all, let's name our project something. I want to create a lo-fi track that's glittery, that's succulent. Okay, sucking glitter. Something that is made mostly out of glitter is like a huge secret. Anybody know about this glitter conspiracy? Yeah, they're the glitter companies, Big Glitter doesn't want you to know what something out there is made out of mostly glitter, and they don't want you to know. I think it's probably some kind of national security thing, which is why they don't want us to know about it. I think it's chaff for fighter jets to ward off heat-seeking missiles. Just throw a shitload of glitter into the air, and then the heat-seeking missiles are oh, what? All the light starts reflecting off the glitter, and they're oh, what? The heat-seeking missiles that track planes. What are they gonna do against a glitter bomb? Anyway, this track is gonna be called Succulent Glitter. That'll be our working title while we make the song. So, we're gonna start in Cube. Cube is weird, man. So now, theoretically, I can mix between these two sounds that I've never heard. Let's listen to them. I guess I need to play a note. Let's get some MIDI on the track. Let's do E flat. Alright, that's terrible. And weird. That's terrible and weird. We're off to a great start. So now it's orbiting between the sounds. Let's go ahead and slow that down. Already much more interesting. Very silly sounding, though. Kinda goofy. Not sure I like it. Alright, here's the deal, everybody. We're gonna just bounce this in place, and we'll find a use for it. Different preset. Let's try the Nocturnum Orchid. Hopefully this is pretty. Oh, that's super trippy and weird. Wow. Yeah, I fuck with that. That actually might combine with this rather well. We are practicing the lo-fi practice of the beat making of the lo-fi type. Anyway, here we are. Okay, so we've got two sounds that are kind of clashing, kind of working. It's giving I have a supply of stickers that I'm not going to put on anything, but there's a lot of them. Very different. I think we need something consistent, something strong. Let's go ahead and pull up Studio Piano, and let's find a cool sounding preset. I want a upright. Yeah, vintage uprights should sound cool. I don't know. We can't make a lo-fi hip-hop beat at 120 BPM. We could, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to play some keys now. Let's go ahead and beam it up. Beam me up, Scotty. I'm going to obviously turn off the default stuff. I want to do some trippy time manipulation stuff. So let's go ahead and hit the shuffle. Play some of it backwards. Hear me out. Just hear me out, everybody. It's going to work out great. So if I bring the mix down on this sound to 50%, we'll get both. This is really why I think working with audio is a lot better than working with MIDI. Sometimes you just won't realize that certain parameters in your MIDI presets or whatever, or just your MIDI instruments are doing weird shit like that. Literally, I turned that down 8 decibels to gain match it. This first 4 bars here, or first 2 bars here, whatever, is way quieter. If you print that to audio, you'll visually see there's more information here. If you don't, and you just stick with MIDI, not only are you kind of drawing a little bit more heavily on your computer's resources the whole time you're making beats, you're also not going to see that. if you're like more of a visual person, you should really be training your ears, obviously. But like, you know, fuck them. So, what's it been? 16 minutes, and we have 16. That's a bar a minute. Oh, that's so cool. Make it like vampy kind of. Let's go ahead and get some drums in here, and I really want to try to use the SP that I just bought for this. It has some drums on it that came with it, and they're like okay. That doesn't really matter though, because with all of the post-processing and like shit that we can do, I should be able to make them sound banging regardless, and I can play them on my SPs. Let's go ahead and use that. Fuck it. Boom! Drums. Pulling in like a splice sample like can really ruin your creativity. If you look for something like full lo-fi music loop, you're gonna be like, oh man, this totally killed my creativity. The reality of the situation is that that's never the case, right? You can, if you want to use samples from Splice, there are billions with a beat, billions of Splice loops and one-shots. There are billions of them. I'm pretty sure. Last time I checked, I think it said that there was like over 1 billion Splice loops. The point is that, you know, these are out here for you to use. If you paid for them, like, you get access to them, right? This is great. You should let yourself use any resource that you have access to. You should not be like, no, I'm not fucking using Splice samples. If it's interrupting your workflow, like if that's not something you want to do personally, good for you, man. You shouldn't dunk on people, shit on people because of what they use when they're making music. The reality is, I'm going to take this loop and I'm going to absolutely irrevocably change it. I'm going to manipulate this loop until it is completely unrecognizable. Let's see what this sounds like in context. We have it in the right key. We have it at the correct BPM-ish, I think. Interesting. Okay. I actually really like how that has like the delay there. Are you hearing what I'm hearing? I'm hearing like a lo-fi looper situation here. So, like I said, we're already making some changes to it, right? But we need to go deeper. I should probably glue these together. Let's go ahead and do that. Make a stereo bus compressor and go whoop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-boop. There we go. Whoopie-doopie-doop-boop-boop. It's not sounding fucked up enough to me, though. I want to like... This wants to not have the Flux Mini on it. Like, or just less. Let's wash this shit out, man. Let's wash it out. Okay, let's do delay. Speaking of delay. Delay is a free delay plugin that is absolutely killer. Let's normalize it, ping pong it, diffuse it a lot. Let's turn the feedback down, spread up, wet down, and dry down. Yeah. So now we got this. I think like we could honestly bring in like a very dry signal from the piano here as like a lead, because right now everything's very ambient. Alrighty, let's go ahead and play some keys over this. I don't know about that. That's close. That's kind of what we want. I'm thinking like maybe this track now needs to get really like high pass. There's more definition. There's more room for definition, both for the guitar and for that piano that I'm about to lay down. Right there. That's a fire loop. Let's listen to just that piano part that I just recorded. Well, everybody. Why is it so off to the side? Interesting. It's really stereo, like, imbalanced. Let's see if we can fix that with a bounce with a pan. That's close. Command Z. Yet another reason why, like, working with MIDI versus audio is really helpful. If there's any panning happening, you'll be able to see. Or look at that. Okay, let's. Hopefully that is better. So I almost think this piano needs to get replaced with like a Wurlitzer. Let's do the Whirly V3. Nice. This comes with a fantastic. This is Arturia Wurlitzer V3. Fantastic, like main opening preset, The Gig. Just sounds so dank. I use this for like live gigs and stuff. We're just gonna say fuck it today, and we're gonna make a beat and then put the bass in at the end. That's another like hard decision to make. When you're working on a track like this, it's like it's not gonna be super long necessarily. And you don't want to like bore people with the intro, you know? Let's go get the second half of this intro section and like loop it here as on the whirly and the piano. I've had mixed results doing this. She does not want to say hi to the camera. Just chill. Okay. Marcy's a very interesting cat. Goodbye. She does not like being picked up at all. Pick her up, she's like super loving on you, and you pick her up and she's like, get out of here. Leave me alone. That's what she does. That's what she says too. So I think what we could do here is actually take this and put it on a new audio track. This is interesting because this has drum sounds in it, right? And shit like that. So I want to like see if I mean, first of all, I know this is going to work, but like, do I want it to work? Hold on. What is that? Tail. All right, well, you should never waste anything in music, so let's go ahead and bounce that little tail. This is one of my favorite recent secret activities and techniques. Bounce the tail. You can go ahead and delete it off the main track that it's on, and Command-Shift-R to reverse it, and then crank that shit. And then we can put like a low or high-pass filter on it. And now we have a swoop in. That is very noisy, so let's go ahead and just... This is gonna sound sick, I think. Never really can know before you listen. And of course, this like almost, I want to cut this one out almost, like just chop it out because like there's not really supposed to be anything happening there. There's a lot of bass. Hold on, I want this one here. Normally, you know, I was doing like that one, but we'll get this one and that one and this one and that one and this one and that one. We'll go there and then... Hold on, what? Yeah, that works. We'll just go boop, boop, boop. I look like the guy from that Tack and the Power of Juju. I'm feeling like Tack and the Power of Juju up in this bitch right now. I almost wonder at this point if it's too late for me to do stem splitter on this. This is gonna make it sound weird, processing stem splitter. At this point, I've like manipulated the sample a bunch. It's like way different now than it was before. So what did I just do? Oh, I tried to use stem splitter on this. This is actually exactly what I wanted it to do. That's actually incredible. So now it's just the guitar from that sample, looped and chopped and screwed. And we get some artifacting because like it's... we fucked with it. because I'm artifacting because we stem split it with AI. I don't fuck with using AI for stuff other than like basic utility functions that are impossible otherwise. Many of my attempts at making a make a beat with me video have just ended with me floundering around on bass for like 30 minutes and then being like, I should not have filmed for 30 minutes while I floundered around on bass. This is not one of those times. We're gonna fucking back out a good bass line quickly. Let's go ahead. Guitar or bass? Input ascending 2. We're gonna go to clean bass. That was perfect. That was goddamn beautiful. That's how you play the fucking bass. And that's how you write a bass part. Ow. I should have tuned the bass. 0 cents. Very fast response. Yo, we're in tune. I'm such a piece of shit for not just tuning the bass beforehand and using that, which is like literally AI. So at this point in the orchestration, composition, whatever you want to call it, of the song, I'm like thinking to myself, what kind of transition effects do I need to finish this? How do I carry the energy over? And I think like a cymbal swell would do me good there. Just real quiet. I'm gonna go ahead and put something on that will make it sound better, which is tape emulation. So a few things need to be done still to finish this beat. I'm gonna take care of them off camera. Thank you all so much for joining me in the studio for Make a Beat With Me episode 3. Once again, this has been Mythist coming at you from Studio Myth, and these projects are releasing weekly on my SoundCloud and on YouTube, so check them out. I'll leave a link at the end of the video to go check out this song once the whole song is posted. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, if you're new here, like and subscribe. It really helps me a lot. And 1 like equals 1 prayer for my sanity as I continue this epic challenge of making 1 lo-fi beat per week. 1 subscribe equals 1 subscribe equals, just please subscribe. Would you do it? I bet you do it. You'll get a notification from me like once a month when I post a fucking cool video, right? Check it out. If you dig this, you might dig some of my other stuff. Feel free to check it out. And thank you so much for coming and watching. Sticking around if anybody did. Alright, so here's the thing. I walked away for a bit. And as happens a lot of the times when I'm making music, I get like an idea stuck in my head after the fact, like I'm listening to it in my brain and then it just pops in. So I think it's pertinent for me to just play this guitar line that I've been thinking of. It's really a kind of a version of the thing that I was sampling. Here we go, everybody. Guitar. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna need to like quantize that or something because I just don't have the ability to play perfectly in time with all these plugins and all these tracks and stuff, and we were getting a bit of latency. This has been I Guess, aka Mythist, aka Colin, just signing off once again. Take care, peace out, everybody. Have a great rest of your whenever this video releases. Have a great rest of that, whatever. whatever that is. Like and subscribe for more fucking tasty licks.